Is one hell of a medley of Welsh towns.
Hell? Can you even say hell?
Yes, I just said it.
So
this is Bridgend. Is that how the correct way to pronounce it?
Bridgend, yes.
Well, I say things how they're written, and half the time that's completely wrong.
Yeah, no, you're wrong a lot of the time, I gotta be honest with you.
The people of Bridgend did find me unusual.
I think most people find you unusual.
But more so in this place, right?
Possibly.
I was a source of some stares and some glares.
Stares and glares.
Yeah, I don't know if like the dungaree look was crazy to them.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think sometimes maybe you stand out from the crowd, Toots.
Are you trying to say I'm unusual?
Oh, you're definitely unusual.
I take it. First up is an RSPCA, and this RSPCA, it bucks all trends. It doesn't. It's still got those horrible plastic coat hangers, and the VM is less than desired. However, this shop saved Bridgend. This shop was the highlight Bridgend.
Was it the highlight?
I feel like we missed some charity shops in Bridgend, though. I feel like we missed some.
We did a few more than we'll see on the video, because to be quite frank, they were lackluster, shall we say.
They were hard.
As regards content. I didn't want to just show you guys us picking nothing from nowhere. But I think there was probably on top of that a couple of shops we probably didn't visit, I agree.
Yes, we did find Bridgend difficult. Now, that's nothing against Bridgend. Just for our kind of picking criteria, it didn't meet our bill. However, it did have a lot of vintage, a lot of bric-a-brac, a lot of fun things.
But speaking of which,
I did find this. This is a Windsor London. This is their classic wiggle dress. It's $7.99. It's a size 12. It's one of those dresses that looks illusional. Anyway, I put it up for $90 because that is what I have sold them for before. Once again, I am pushing comps with that, and will be one of the highest comps.
This is a R.M. Williams shirt, a Western wear shirt, if you will. This was a shirt from D&D. That classic luxury brand, Dolce & Dolce.
The R.M. Williams was $3.99, and it will probably be listed for about $35 to $40.
These are a pair of Fred Perry trainers. They were unworn. They were screwed. I was going to say screwed together. They were knotted together, I guess for safety's sake.
I don't know why they're not together, so you don't lose one. I don't know. Anyway, they were $6.99. They hadn't been worn. They're just a classic plimsoll style shoe. Then Fred Perry do make more like stylized shoes than this. But I do find that they sell quite consistently.
And they were $6.99.
Yeah, and I would expect 35 to 40 back once again in the size 8.
Size 8. I like how you don't be better in the size.
Well, someone might want them. Someone might think, wow.
You know, if you want them, DM us. They're yours. How about that?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
When we were wandering around Bridgend, we kind of nipped into this. Bridgend Indoor Market, I think it was called.
I don't know what it was. If we're all honest with ourselves at this very moment in time, I don't know what this was.
Okay,
it was food.
There was food, and then we saw this randomness of toys, which was kind of cool, retro toys, if you will. I was lured in by Bethany, looking at these various vintage wrestling toys.
I just noticed the Corgi toy sign, and it's a Corgi. That's really cool.
Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
So we had a quick look around there, and there was just some cool stuff. I thought I'd leave it in because, you know what, sometimes we don't leave stuff in.
Austin collects those wrestler guys.
The Hasbro era, if you will, from the early 90s to mid-90s. If you have any cool ones or any thoughts on them, by all means, feel free to contact me, or not, as the case may be.
Mm-hmm. You've got quite a few though, so
I have many. You sound like you don't want me to anyone contact me on that.
Yeah.
Talk to me about this, Bethany. I picked this up, but tell us about it.
I have no idea. It's a t-shirt with a big thing on it. You tell people about it.
Okay, this is Battle of the Planets, I believe. I did look it up briefly. This is from 2000 and help me out, folks. 2001.
4.
Was it 2004?
2001.
I think it's 2001.
2001. Anyway, it's an anime thing, apparently. Not that we have any specialist area in anime, but...
I'll go as far as to say I know nothing of anime.
Vintage to retro, technically, t-shirts do really well. And actually, anime does really well. Loave, for example, has just done a collaboration with a
Anime brand?
Yeah, no, not a brand.
Like
a film or.
Well, it would be a brand, wouldn't it? It's like Star Wars is a brand
No,
for.
because it's not a brand. It's just one specific film.
Okay, but I'm
It's
just
not
saying
like-
it's like a licensing.
No, but it's not like James Bond. Like
Oh, okay,
all the
okay,
films.
okay.
It's Quantum of Solace.
Oh, okay. It's
see?
a particular film. I'm with you. All right.
Yeah.
I'll shut up now. Either way, well, I'll put a comp and some information in here when I've done more research. This basically was a retro version from 2001 of a show or a kind of a logo and original comic or film.
I think it
which,
came out
which
in the
came out
70s.
kind of in the 70s, 80s. Yes.
And there is another 2001 listed, but it's not that one. It was same.
70s or 80s. That seems a little bit old. I will do the research and check it out.
Yes, you doubt me. It's going to be all over the screen now.
It will be right
everyone's
now.
going to be
No,
like,
it's just
Austin.
70s like...
I
cool.
already looked it up, Austin. There's
Okay.
a white version, which I assume is the opposing team of the battle.
I'm with you.
And that's up for...
Of the planets, if you will.
That's up for 112.
Holy moly. Okay, either way, it was a great pickup as regards to t-shirt, correct?
Yes. If we missed any shops in Bridgend, I mean, we did do more than is in the video, but do let us know, because we might go back one day. Maybe not, but we might go back one day.
I would also say, in fairness to Bridgend as a whole and as a charity shop community, these were Timberlands and they were nice condition, but they were £30 boxed. What I would say is we went on the last day of... English half term, or at least a half term for our little one who is based in England, and this was obviously in Wales where half term hadn't started yet.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. So this is a nice, I loosely say tourist piece because it isn't really. It's an independent artist.
Yeah, exactly that
Piece.
It's a vintage crew neck sweater. It was a cool kind of logo. Off the top of my head, I don't remember how much it was, but I just thought it was a cool piece either way. It was £4.50.
If you're stocking a Depop shop or if you're stocking that kind of vibe,
I would actually say Bridgend was a hotspot for that kind of stuff, wasn't it?
A lot of accessories, like a lot of like what's the word for it? A lot of branded like advertising accessories, like Kodak and things like that.
I see what you're saying. Like exactly that signage and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And so Austin was just pointing out some fishing gear. See, that's the kind of multi versatile man you are.
You make me sound like some kind of hoodlum when you say that. I mentioned fishing gear because my nephew is into fishing, correct?
Well, yes, okay.
Thank you.
When Austin says nephew, he's saying nephew, just so anyone who doesn't
Welsh
speak...
thing, is it?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, okay.
You're the only person in the world I've ever
Nephew.
met that says nephew.
Do you know, it might not be a Welsh thing, it might just be an Austinism.
Nephew.
Nephew. Yeah, it is, you're right. The word is spelt nephew.
Nephew.
Like nephew.
It sounds like you're saying love you, but like in a cute way.
No, you. Okay.
Anyway, this is Cowbridge. So from one town to another, Cowbridge is a very affluent area. Supposedly, you tell me all the time it's where the poshos live.
Well, some of the houses you drive into Cowbridge are pretty impressive.
Yeah, if you live in Cowbridge, then good for you. You go, girls.
No. If you live in one of those houses in Cowbridge, you go, girl.
No, if you live in Cowbridge,
I'm
it's
just
good.
playing with you. I'm just joshing, Bethany. Don't take it to heart.
We've been here before in some of our early videos. So if you want to go back and visit those, then
Yeah, that was a wild ride then, wasn't it?
That was a wild ride. Last time we came, it was really, very particularly expensive.
It was. And speaking of expensive things, Bethany, what's this I peep?
Oh, that's funny. So this is a Hugo Boss. Everyone knows how I feel about the Bosses and the Hugos.
Cashmere blend.
Cashmere blend. Cashmere wool blend. For the price I would expect full cashmere.
What price is that?
It's £150.
£150. It was a lovely coat. It was a lovely coat. Undeniably a lovely coat.
And retail would have been extremely high on this piece. Unfortunately, there's not, if any... Okay, there's probably a smaller bit of money on it, but it's not something you probably would want to put 150 in for the return that it would give you.
I'm going to say this. If we're talking about meat and the bone, I'm no longer in business as a butcher. If I'm going to sell the meat which is left on that bone.
Okay. In the cabinet, they had these, which are really, 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 really cool. So these
Freaking
are
cool.
Givenchy. Obviously, Austin didn't want to spend too much time videographing that. These are Givenchy silk vintage Coca-Cola ties.
I'm going to put some pictures of the kind of whole collab situ here.
Shockingly, this is a thing, and there was a few designs, and the prices are particularly low. Now, I would have been very happy to push the market, if you will, on these pieces.
See what you did there?
But they were £20 a piece, and to as an experiment.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they were, to be honest, I think they're so specific a situation, and the fact they were vintage as well. I think that's just something. I don't know. I don't know if I'm not really gonna.
I don't know. I think it was cool, but what's this? This is really cool. This is of Molly, size 3, which is a size large, which is what we like to see. It was $12.99, so it was a little bit more expensive than we are used to.
Really cool.
However, look at it. It's an oversized waterfall front crochet trim.
Here she goes.
Bohemian Dream. I have listed it high. I've listed it for £110.
You are literally an eBay title machine. I know I've said that several times, but honestly, you're a title machine.
I know. It just comes out of me like a book. Anyway, so the highest comp on this is about 85 for a short one. So I pushed it because it's long and it's extraordinary.
They were $49.99 and they were a pair of bootleg Louboutins.
They weren't bootleg, they were counterfeit.
Honestly, at this point, it doesn't even matter. They weren't real.
But they were put up as real.
Do you know what's amazing is someone we had a similar pair in a similar video, and someone said you can tell they're fake by the fact they're matte. No, that's actually a piece of plastic the counterfeiters put on so the shiny sole doesn't get ruined in transport from China.
Yeah, you can take this off. And then we transported to Canton High Street for anyone who is a local to Canton. These are some trainers. Do you remember when Boost used to be so rare, and like if you had a Boost in your shoe, you were like
even like half Boost was like the thing. Anyway, they're Adidas Boost trainers. These were like $5.99, I want to say.
100% men, lady size 7.5, but a man could possibly wear them with their small feet. I would expect about £30 back from those, wouldn't you?
I would indeed. This is a vintage American football hat.
Wait, did that say Somerset? Did that say Summer Sausage Fest?
Probably.
Wait.
Yeah. No. America's #1 summer sausage fest.
So it's obviously like...
I think this is Green Bay Packers, if I'm not mistaken.
It's Green Bay Packers, but it's obviously like in collaboration with an event or maybe like a tailgate or something like that.
Possibly.
I don't care. It's vintage and it's really cool and it was like £2.
It was 99p.
I found these Day by Burger at Mickelson and trousers.
Which I got quite excited about at the time until...
Just that. That needs sewing back on. And although it could be done by a human... my sewing skills do not exist, so we have to ask Austin, and you can imagine how great they are.
No, like, let's just roll that back, sis, right? My sewing skills are on point. The fact of the matter was, where it was supposed to be attached was torn. There was no material to attach it to.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
You wouldn't understand that because you're not a seamstress that I am.
This is a Polo Ralph Lauren vintage.
Yeah.
Flannel, brush cotton, plaid.
She is gorgeous.
Austin loved it. It's a size small, but Austin did try it on. It fits bigger than
I'm not small. That's what I'm going to say. I'll leave it there. We don't need visuals. I'm not a small.
I've listed it for £60. We paid $5.99. This is a Helen Berman. Did I say her name right? If I didn't, I can't even. This is I know I picked her up before because it's normally overpriced, but it was $3.99 on this occasion.
Sleeves
Retail
are killer.
Isn't as high as you think it is based on the charity shop pricing of this brand. However, $3.99, I should be able to get a good 60 to 80 back on it, and we're going full in on that mother of the bride hype.
I'm with you, and it works. Listen, the color, MOB, the color, the style, the fabric, everything was mother of bride, and that concludes our Cardiff trip.
That was our whistle stop.
Easy for you to say.
Of the last few shops that we attended, we went to 2 other shops that happened to be amazing, but obviously that only happens when you don't have the camera on.
However, so that's coming through in a haul.
We're going to do some haulies for you.
Haulies.
Haulies.
I'm going to leave that in. Haulies. Say it again.
Haulies.